Hi, my name's Matt. Tonight we're going to talk about how you know if a video is going to be, how you know if a video will work. So there's a bunch of techniques here and a bunch of ideas, and I'll give you a few of the ones that I use, and then I'll give you some suggestions on the way you can test things. Because for me, I'm an analytics guy. I came back from an engineering background and I like to test stuff. So if you test things, then you have evidence to prove it. It's much better. But there are some gut feels that you can use initially when you're sorting through your ideas to find out. So let's go through a few of them first, and then we'll talk about some testing methods. First is ask, would a stranger click on this? When you have the idea and you're thinking of a thumbnail and a title, you have to ask yourself, not would a subscriber, would a stranger that you don't know, would they click on it? Not knowing anything else about your channel or anything. And that's really a good question that you really should stop and think. And you should redesign your titles and your thumbnails to make it to where a stranger, a complete and total stranger with similar interest, would then click on it unknowing of who you are. Two, does it solve a real problem, and does your thumbnail and title relay what that problem is, and what that you're going to provide some kind of solution? Does it set the expectations of what they're going to get out of the video? This is really big for most people. They don't want to just sit and watch videos. I couldn't even tell you how many times I sit and just scroll through videos after videos, and they're all kind of things that I'm interested in, but none of them provide me with anything that I'm going to get from it. You really need to provide some value when you're doing it. So the question becomes, does it solve a real problem? For example, if you're a mechanic, does it show them a trick on how to fix something better, or to solve a problem that's common that any mechanic would see and understand? If you're building solar systems like me, does it give them a new tool that makes their job easier, or gives them a way to estimate things more accurately or whatnot? And if it does, do I imply that with a thumbnail? And would someone, going back to the first rule, would someone who don't know me, would they see it the same way? And would they click on it? Okay, that's number two. Let's talk about number three. Is the topic already proven on YouTube? Now, the question becomes here is, I'm not saying did somebody already build your video? I'm saying the topic. So you want to go out on YouTube and you want to search for the topic. You want to play with it a little bit. A lot of the times you'll be doing this while you're thinking about building your thumbnail and your title. And you'll be playing with the subject and the topic. You'll be using keywords and you'll be searching for it. Can you find it? And if you can find it, did it succeed? Were there multiple of those videos? Did some of them succeed and some of them fail? I found one just the other day where I was building a specific type of solar system in my solar channel. I had probably built 10 of them. Heck, I'd had live streams where I'd put them together. And they'd all done okay, but they'd never done great. And then I realized there was a whole set of breakout videos out there that all had a couple of things, especially in their thumbnails and in their designs and the way they worded things. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to build one and use that as with my idea, because my builds were better than their builds. I just didn't have that little magic code that they were using. Put that in, and this one released and has done almost 3 times the traffic of the other ones it did. It's exactly the same type of thing, but the problem is I didn't understand the packaging. I didn't understand what the viewers that didn't know me were looking for. Now it attracts a lot of new customers, a lot of new subscribers, and it attracts a lot of the customers that don't know me yet, or a lot of subscribers that don't know me yet. So that's number 3. Number 4, can you explain the idea in one subject? Excuse me, can you explain the idea in one sentence? And what I mean by this is, don't give me a long, drawn out thing. When you look at your thumbnail and you look at your title, can you come up with one sentence that makes someone who doesn't know you really think, yeah, that's a good idea. Yes, I want to see that video. Yes, I want that solution. Whatever that yes is, followed up by that reason, that's what you need to be able to come out of that with. And if you can't describe it in one sentence, the chances are the idea isn't compact enough. It isn't strong enough on its own to warrant you spending the time building a video at this point. I'm not saying the idea is bad. I'm just saying at this point, you don't have enough details to make that video strong enough to stand on its own. And I would suggest that you revisit. One of the ways that you can do that is with item number 5 in the list, which is curiosity and tension. And you're going to hear this all the time. But you can say this a lot of the times with simple things of, did this happen to you? Or could this happen to you? Or I can't believe it's not fixable, or I can't believe it's broken, or can you believe this happened, in a picture of a thing catching on fire, or something along those lines. That curiosity starts a loop in your mind, and people need to know the answer. So the question is when you read that title, when you look at that thumbnail, does it leave you with that question of, he's promising to show me this item, and he's going to show me how he fixed it in 20 seconds, or fixed it in 30 minutes, or fixed it for under $10. That curiosity loop is what's really there. First, you're enticing them to say, here's the problem I'm going to solve. And then you're saying that you're going to do it in 30 seconds. And now the question becomes, how is he going to do it in 30 seconds? You created the whole loop. And this takes time and practice to learn to do this with your thumbnails and your titles. And I will fully admit, I've been doing this for over a year now, and I've got a channel that's fairly successful. What I don't have is the skills in that part of my building of the process yet as well honed as I want to. And that's something I'm going to start using my 1% on to get better at. Number 6, would you click it if you saw it? Sometimes you build things because you think others will click it. Don't do that. If you wouldn't click it, and you don't think a stranger would click it, and you don't think your subscribers are going to click it, or your subscribers, then just don't build it. Come up with another idea. Come up with a better idea, and come up with one that you would click, one that your subscribers would click, and one that people who don't know you with similar interest would also click. Then, number 7, bad ideas don't improve with editing. That means if you think you get to this point and you gotta, well, it isn't a great idea, but I can edit it and make it wonderful. No, you can't. If the thumbnail can't be done and the title can't be done, nobody's going to click on it in the first place. And even if they do click on it, a bad idea is a bad idea is a bad idea. Take your time and find good ideas. Go to this video right here, and it will explain to you how I use simple index cards to solve the idea problem forever. You'll have more ideas than you'll ever know what to do with, and you'll have good ones that you can trust and a nice roadmap drawn out. One of the techniques I use to test this is I always make long form videos. Long form videos is my preference for doing it. But what I found that if I use shorts in a very intentional way to test things, in other words, if I can describe the video like we originally discussed in one of the points is, can you get it in a single sentence? I think it was question number 4 or point number 4. Can you do it in a single sentence? Then if I can do it in a single sentence, then I should be able to do it in 30 to 60 seconds. Take a 30 to 60 second short, unedit it, or minimum 2 edits, and build you a short little video of it, put it together, throw a simple title on it, and put it out as a short. If the short does good, the idea is good. If the short does bad, the idea is bad. Now you're going to say, well, what is good and what is bad? That you're going to have to post some shorts in order to measure what is a good short for you, what is a bad short for you, what is successful, what is not successful. For me, I look at any of the shorts that do over 4,000 to 5,000 views, and those I say, okay, this warrants me taking another look at. Anything under that, I throw the idea out and I move on. That's the easiest way to test items, because then I'm still releasing my 3 videos a week, but I'm releasing them on something that's proven good, or that I really have a lot of strong evidence saying that's going to happen. These ideas over here aren't that strong yet. I don't have any proof of it. So I release the shorts to find out, are they good? And if they are good, then I make the longs. And the nice thing is then I have the short to point to it. So the idea here is to use these shorts to push your videos out when you find something that works, to test ideas to make sure that they work. If one of them explodes, wonderful, you get a couple subscribers. I don't use them for content like some people do. They only want to put out shorts and stuff like that. I strongly encourage that. I don't have a problem with that. That's not my technique. But there are a lot of people that do use shorts that way. They do publish them that way, and they'll take something like Opus clips and they'll cut out, their long form videos and post one a day or two a day or whatever it is. I haven't found that that is particularly what do I want to call it, successful in that every one of them gets, 800, 900 views. Yes, that's wonderful, but they don't really, the viewers that are watching them aren't really subscribing, they aren't getting it. When you get a good short, not only will they subscribe, but some portion of them will actually want to watch your long form videos. And when they do, a large portion of the people out on YouTube, as I'm starting to learn, is there are that group that only watches shorts, there's that group that only watches long. But what's even a bigger group is the group that watches both. I'm one of those people. I'll watch shorts, I'll see things that interest me, and then I'll go and I'll watch longs, especially if there's related ones that point to it. And that's why I thought to use the shorts the way that I'm doing. I hope this helps. My name is Matt. I'm running 3 channels, expose everything here on this channel to help you and me both grow. I hope you'll join me in that challenge, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss anything. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.